G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is an anti-armor railway rifle with bullets exploding for area damage, a major legendary effect. So a 2-star weapon with the explosive legendary effect, which is one of the more sought after things, but it's extra good on a railway rifle, and I'll explain how in 3 ways. Firstly, it increases the damage, that's a no-brainer there. Secondly, it actually turns the slow projectile of the spike into a hitscan explosive projectile, which if you want to snipe with this thing is absolutely essential because you'll be able to hit exactly what you click on. And thirdly, it actually works with concentrated fire now, so if you want to use this thing in VATS, then you can go ahead and use concentrated fire and get more combat effectiveness out of that. So this is basically how I always run a railway rifle: long ass barrel, auto piston receiver, and recoil compensating stock and reflex sight for VATS usage with a stealth commando build. So nothing too much to be talked about there. Doing 103 damage. Let's go ahead and boost that, shall we? So commando perks go on because, again, it is automatic. So let's chuck all those on. Now, I'm not using ground pounder because I want to have tank killer, that a little bit of extra damage. And let's cut to some science. Alrighty, time for some quick myth busting. Let's see if anti-armor works with armor penetration. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to test with this thing completely unspec'd, with and without tank killer. So firstly, without tank killer, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to shoot at these bugs and we're going to rate this thing's damage. We're going to see this thing's damage due to the damage numbers. We'll shoot him in the torso. So 2, 13, and 10. Everybody remember that one now. 2, 13, and 10. 2, 13, and 10 as I try to find out where I put tank killer. There it is. So 2, 13, and 10. 2, 13, and 12. So it's ever slightly more. So yeah, extra damage for tank killer there for what that's worth. So instead of having ground pounder, what I'm going to do is have quick hands on, give us an 18% chance to instantly reload when our mag is empty. This thing only has 10 in its magazine. It's an automatic weapon, shooting about as fast as you would with a standard handmade or a standard combat rifle. So it's quick. It's really, really quick. So quick hands is going to allow us to reload ever so slightly often. I mean, it barely ever happens, but it's nice when it does happen, right? We've also got Speed Demon to speed up that reload anyway. Let's just chuck Adrenaline on. And of course, Bloody Mess in Luck goes on. And sorry, I have to do this. And Demo Expert in Intelligence goes up. And there we go. 209 damage, which is pretty damn good. Again, we haven't got any kills with Adrenaline to actually boost this even more, nor have we got some adrenal reaction, so, you know, that's kind of what we're getting now, but it can go a lot higher than this. Alrighty, so before we get into some actual gameplay, let's do some more quick science. So here we've got a bloodied explosive railway rifle. Yes, very, very nice. We're doing the same damage because I haven't got my health. Ooh, hang on, you're coming this way. Yes, I haven't got my health in a position where it actually boosts that. So to test whether anti-armor actually does work with explosive, gives you extra damage, we're going to be testing this. This is the control thing. This is the experimental thing. I forgot how experiments work. It's been a long time since year 12 psychology. So again, bloodied railway rifle, hitting a bear in the noggin for a sneak attack critical, 292 and 4, alright? And that was a critical strike, apparently. 198 and 6. Alright, without a critical. No tenderizer perk either, so, you know, all of those people who are saying, oh, anti-armor and explosive cancel each other out, you can, you know, you shut your face now, you stick a big cock down your throat, because you were so wrong, and I was right. I knew it. Okay, so here we are outside of Moody's Plaza, and this time we're spec'd. I had a little segment where I wasn't actually spec'd to use this thing, and it didn't do a lot of damage, but it got by. It was like using this thing pre-patch, right? Okay, so I was going to show you what kind of things happen when you've got this thing in power armor, and it appears I've got some competition here. So let me just switch to my... Yeah, that's what happens with power armor. It just sort of... It does that. Alright, it's a race. Don't let me down, anti-armor thing. Okay, so it appears that he's using stealth, so let's go and aggro absolutely everyone around here so he doesn't get any stealth bonuses. That's right, these are my kills. You see that legendary? All mine. All mine, I tell ya. And if you happen to shoot me, well, you can incur the wrath of my, that guy has no idea. And, yep. Oh yeah, concentrated fire. Ooh, it's an instigating LMG. Well, I'm glad I did bring my power armor at this point because I wouldn't be able to carry all this stuff without it. So, oh my god, it's an IE light machine gun. Oh, I got excited then. I thought he was actually shooting at me. Oh, but no. Okay, we'll continue. Alrighty, so like I was going to do before, this thing is now Hitscan, so which means that we can snipe with this thing all the way from back here, which is great news. Now, another thing that the actual benefit that I was going to mention when it comes to having an explosive thing, is I believe, I haven't checked any of the corpses to actually show you this, but it actually gives you the, yeah. So I got 4 spikes out of that even though I shot him with 2, so the explosion gives you another chance to recover your ammunition, which was great. Now, I'm thinking that it's got something to do with the amount of limbs that it hits, because sometimes I've gotten like 7 from a guy that I've shot once, so, or a couple of times, so, you know, it's nice to have that extra little bit of ammo going for you, because that's one of the benefits of a, spiking little railway rifle already, so, you know, that's kind of good. I believe this dude's probably went inside already, but, you know, if he is inside, I'll probably just cut out and come back when I'm alone. So I am running chameleon armor right now, which isn't going to give me extra carry weight, so, you know, we're not going to be able to sprint in here, which will be a problem, so we're going to have to rely on stealth, right? Ooh, there's another 3-star over there. Wow, okay. Now, it was interesting because the server I was in before, oh, come on, bats, give me something. That's better. The server I was in before had legendaries out the arse as well, so that's good. And I can't believe we dodged that attack. That was alright. Oh, there's another 2-star. So, ooh, okay. Looks like we've got scripts aplenty if nothing good comes out of this at least. And there we go. A little bit of gun fill action right there. And whilst we're here... Wow, okay. You can do that, mate. Now, I do have... I do not have... Nerd Rage on. What I chose to do instead was, you know, I'm not going to be using this under Nerd Rage health threshold, so it'd be dead weight. So instead, I've chucked on, what's it called? Gunsmith instead, so I get that extra little bit of, you know what, we're over capacity, let's just keep on going. That's not what I got. That better be a swing speed anti-armor power fist, because that would be awesome. Is it going to show? No, it's just a regular old anti-armor power fist. And as you can tell, 1363, this thing is doing good damage, great damage, and unfortunately being over capacity, we're just playing with all sorts of situations here today, means we're not going to be able to use this thing in VATS all that well, because we won't be able to keep on stacking it, because whenever we decide to move, well, that's just gonna, you know, take down our AP. We're gonna lose AP over that shit, so, you know, we're not having a good day here. We've been blessed with too much loot, and Winter can't carry it all. Maybe she should invest in some motherfucking strength or something. But oh well. Build limitations in Fallout 76 suck, but they also don't suck because we don't want everybody running around with all the perks now, do we? That was acceptable in Fallout 4, but not in a game that is an online focus game, I suppose. So that guy is quickly running into place, and you know, a good thing about this thing is you don't actually have to use VATS. You've got the damage to, you know, deal with your targets pretty damn easily without having to do it, but it's a nice damage boost if you so want to just crit spam like that. So our reload on this again is augmented a little bit. Like sometimes it's a very low % chance to actually do that, and now, there we go. Now that we're out in the open, he doesn't chase me with a super or a sledgehammer, so good on you. But luckily for me, back in the caution, and unfortunately, don't have a nice spot to shoot you at, and Born Survivor picks us up there. Fuck, I hate being over capacity. I can't wait to get carry weight mods so I don't have to fucking deal with this shit anymore. I tell you that much. Anyways. So we'll keep on going here. This guy is just going back to bumming around doing what he was before. And a junkie's Gauss rifle. It's just showering me in loot with tons of weight. Super, it's too heavy. You need to calm down, Bethesda. Anyways, we'll just keep on going. There we go. Nice little one shot on that guy there. Doggos through the wall. And now we can head into the Hell Room, which will probably be a real fucking pain in the ass, seeing as I can't sprint around. And you can see that it's potentially problematic against dudes with hammers. Alright, I don't know where everyone else is, but they've decided not to rock up today. There's the man of the hour. And one cheeky headshot does him in. A furious golf club. A really angry golf club. Alright, we're done here. I think you get the point anyways. Alrighty, so here we are outside all of the ghoulies, and whilst we have a moment to sit down and actually look at my buffs and also my apparel, yeah, we're set up for stealth, even though we haven't got a shush tube on this thing, but that's okay, because I'm pretty sure all of these ghoulies will decide to die to 1 or 2 shots. So let's see if I can't wake a few of these dudes up so we can see what we can do. Come on, we got to get some sort of reaction out of these guys, right? Okay, that was risky. I could have shot myself there because, you know, explosive weapons are a little bit unpredictable when you're shooting it from a place where there should be cover, or at least where you think there should be cover. Oh no, you've all woken up. What am I going to do? I'm going to sit here in a choke point and I'm going to mow you down. Alright, I'm hoping for a quick hands proc here. Don't let me down, game. You let me down. Probably we can shoot through here, so we can do that. So we've got the safety of this safety net fence sort of thing. We just can't see the health bars, which I'm sure is a real shame there. We're one-shotting these guys. I'm sure anyone who's... then a surprise Radroach rocks up and has a nice little dive. Hope you got a stunt double for that, my friend. And he gave me fucking ghoul aids. Fuck you. Get out of here, you diseased prick. And then I just killed myself with it. Or rather, I got myself into a position where I'd get severely weakened by it, and then a ghoul come and punch me in the face. Not good. Yeah, it probably goes without saying that there is some sort of risk of using this thing. You know, without... did you literally go back down here? He went back down there. He's like, alright, job's done. Back to sleeping. Okay, whatever. But yes, there is a definite, you know... risk, there's the word, to killing yourself with this if you use it at too close range. So playing this thing, using it against ghouls is a problem. Normally, weapons like the railway rifle with a slow-ass projectile aren't a problem because they're going to be up in your face anyway. But if the need calls for you to, you know, come out a little bit, you know, snipe them from far away, then this thing's definitely got you covered. Again, that the ability to have a Hitscan projectile is massive. You can use it with so many perks, it's good. But yep, that'll give you an idea of how it goes in crowd control situations. Again, I'm kind of being let down by our quick hands there, because that's it. I mean, 18%, it needs to be more. It needs to be like 25%, like its counterpart from Nuclear Winter. But yep, cleaned up these ghouls nice and quickly. Also cleaned up ourselves, but let's forget we did that. Oh, hang on. There's some more. There we go. Let's get some gun feel action because it is back better than ever. And we even got a legendary for our troubles there. Anti-armor Assaultron head. Now, it's saying that I'm over capacity, but I am capable of sprinting. And I don't know how I've accomplished this, but I'm sure... if we ask Todd Howard, we'd get a nice explanation to that. Look at my weight. Okay, it's on the cusp. There's no need to be a drama queen about this UI. All right, we can get over it. All right, so here's the situation. This guy over here is being harassed by 2 wanted players. So if you come to my videos to watch some PvP gameplay, we'll look no further than right now. Shit. Okay, well, I meant to actually hit him there. Alright, PvP mode is on. Oh, okay, well. Alright. 1 down. And 1 to go. Hang on, why are those turrets shooting at me? I don't really know. Alright, there we go. Hope you're all happy with that. Okay, you see this Swan? He's got to go down, right? We don't want him around anymore. Yay, he's dead. We can move on. Alright, time to stop memeing and time to start talking about weapon performance. So, it does alright. It's got the damage. It's got the damage where it needs to, but I'm still thinking this thing is a little bit slow. And you saw in that first little clip there, as I was trying to steal all of the legendary kills from that other blueberry that was there. Yeah, you can tell that sometimes it is a little bit slowed down by its ammo capacity, and when you don't have the VATS to quickly get those bullets in, and you got to deal with that sort of recoil, getting follow-up shots, you know, not point-blank range because you just can't use it at point-blank range, is going to be a problem. So, you know, if you're just having a crazy old time killing stuff on your own, then that's going to not be a problem. But if you're in, say, a situation where you've nuked White Springs and you want to tag some ghouls, I don't think this is the weapon for that. You can certainly do a lot of damage to a select ghoul if you decide to, you know, put a bunch of spikes into them, or, you know, for tagging purposes, but still, you're going to get 10 shots in this, and, you know, if you chuck on quick hands like I have there, which honestly probably wouldn't recommend. I'm just having it here for more science purposes, just to show you how worthless the card is. Yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of trouble, but, you know, if damage is your game, then thumbs up to you. Good on you, mate. You've got a good weapon. Alrighty, so we're back in the graveyard smash of all places, and it looks like we've drawn some bears, but before we take a look at the bears, look at this power armor. Doesn't it suit Winter so much? It's all black, and it's got red accents and the glowing red eyes. Oh, it just works so well. Get it? Anyways, so, yeah, just because we're poor at managing weight, or we're really bad at managing our weight, we're just going to be doing this little segment in power armor. And again, without all of the little bits of AP regen that I have on my armor, you know, usually it's clear to see that this thing can rely on VATS a little bit much. So, you know, probably chucking on Action Girl would be a good idea for this, to be honest. I'm glad to see bears here, though, because they give you lots of springs, and I'm thinking of crafting a bunch of radium rifles just to thin out my my junk weight, you know, because it's a little bit too much now. Of course, when I get rid of this weapon, my junk weight or my weight problems will be solved, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So as you can tell, against these bears, it does well. There's really nothing to complain about here, especially since we can just, you know, kind of put ourselves in a position where there's nothing they can do except to give us a mean-looking stare, and yep, that's kind of it. And then 2 bears showed up. Oh, Gunfu and concentrated fireworks, so good with the railway rifles, because you can just guarantee those hits after a few set shots, and then, oh man, and then you can just rain the spikes down, and it's so good. Oh man, explosive railway rifles are the best. Alrighty, looks like we've got a crashed satellite on this particular node here, and now we're over capacity again. I really shouldn't have done that. And then random Scorched Beast shows up, so we'll get his attention and we'll wait for some AP to come back. When he's nice and close, just hose him down like that. There we go. There's a nice proc of quick hands there. See, you call it useless and it starts working for you. That's how it works around here, apparently. And the rest of those dudes just, yep, died. So yeah, it's a pretty damn good stealth weapon, despite it not being, you know, of the suppressed variety. You can sort of get away with it if you've got Escape Artist and Sneak 3, and a bunch of Chameleon definitely helps too, so that is why I did wear all that stuff, and yep, seems to be working well. Rightio, one last bat, because that first one went down in a very unsatisfying manner. It was too quick. So what I'm going to do here is just gather some adrenaline, because we haven't actually seen this with full adrenaline, and also we're in Nerd Rage too, just to add insult to injury. So that should be full adrenaline at this point. Not quite. 469 giggity damage. So we just need you to come a little bit closer, hopefully in the next 30 or so seconds. And actually probably... okay, that was a bad time for a reload, I think. We'll just sidestep all of that nonsense and see what we can do, eh? Come on, come a little bit closer. There we go. Hopefully I've still got, yes, 490 damage, and just let's have a peep of this 883. No, this is an anti-armor railway rifle, and this is actually the place where I got my bloodied explosive one, but that's another story. But yep, there you have it. That was the anti-armor railway rifle of the, explosive too. I forgot about explosive. And it has been very, very fun to use. It's definitely a weapon worth it. So, if you're looking for something that can do a lot of damage, isn't the fastest thing in the world. It's no bloody explosive or anti-armor explosive handmade, but it'll sure do the job. The ammo is cheap because you only need a little bit of, whoops, that's rads. And you only need a little bit of steel to actually make this thing work. It is rather heavy though, so, be mindful of that. But other than that, it's pretty damn cheap to run. So if you'd like to see this thing in your game, well, you better beg the person who gave this thing for me to test, because this actually ain't mine, so it'll be going straight back in condition that is far better than this one. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a repair before I send it back, because I'm that sort of person. I'm the good guy, maybe. Thank you very much for watching, guys.